Hey, I'm Chris Berman. Coming up on ESPN, there are winter storms and then there are winter storms. This, my friends, is a winter storm. Snow coming down in droves. We'll see if we can thaw out our announcing team of Dan Stevens, Peter O'Keefe, and Susie Culver. Houston Texans, Green Bay Packers. Straight ahead.
These fans have been tailgating for hours, and now they are just moments away from what they've been waiting for. Hi, folks. I'm Dan Stevens. Welcome to historic Lambeau Field. Joining me in the booth is Peter O'Keefe. Peter, this game is a bit of a David versus Goliath matchup, wouldn't you say?
Well, yes, it is, Dan, but you never know in this league. Teams can sneak up on you.
Would certainly appear on paper to be the stronger team. However, they can't get cocky because, as we all know, on any given Sunday, any team can win the game. We'll see how they do.
And now let's go down to the coin toss.
Tails it is.
They're struggling to keep warm, and these conditions are definitely going to affect their play.
A lot of room on that play. It will be third down. Number 17 will start this drive at their own 16-yard line. Number 22 goes in motion. Number 30 will get the carry on first down and heads wide left. The 45, 35, 20, 15, 5, and touchdown. And we'll have to wait and see what happens here. They'll start at their own 26-yard line, but it's incomplete, and it will be third down. Intercepted. No one in front of him. Dragged down at the 29.
Roughing the passer. Number 64, defense. 15-yard penalty.
Both these guys have the same body types. Both played collegiate basketball.
Number 89 hauls it in. And him throughout this one. It starts at their own 27-yard line. Is on the field. Miller. Number 8 with the 41-yard attempt will start at their own 20-yard line. Breaks a tackle. Number 17 as they start this drive at their own 24-yard line. Number 18 makes the catch out to the left, and he's looking for Number 12 lobs this to the end zone, and it's bobbled.
Whether the pass was caught inbounds.
Dan, when we check out the replay here, we should be able to see if the catch was made prior to going out of bounds.
After review, the pass has been ruled complete. The catch was made prior to going out of bounds. Touchdown, Green Bay.
He likes the call, and you sort of have a feeling that he knew it all
One
along.
single mistake can change the whole game. We need to be careful.
Second and long. Number 10 catches the bullet out. Let's send you to Chris Texman in our studios in Bristol for the ESPN Halftime Report. Boomer?
Okay, Dana, we'll get back to you guys in a moment. Welcome, everybody, to the ESPN Halftime Show. I'm Chris Berman. Now let's take a look at the halftime stats. And boy, look at the difference in rushing yards. The Packers should be way ahead on the scoreboard, but somehow they've let their opponent hang with them. Let's see if they can change things in the second half. An exciting start to this one right on the first play from scrimmage. Number 17 would find his target on this one. The Packers early in the first, number 30, is going to get the carry here as they grind it out on the ground. He makes the most of this one. An 84-yard touchdown for the Packers. The Packers towards the end of the first quarter. Packers up by 7. Number 12 connected with his man on this one. The Packers on defense, Jackson would come up with the big play to kill a drive as he was able to step in front of a wayward pass for an INT. Packers up 7-0. After driving 8 yards on 3 plays, number 8 is called upon to attempt the field goal. This one, good. A 42-yard field goal. The Texans climb back into the game, now down by 4. The Packers still midway through the second. Number 99 is reading the quarterback's eyes all the way as he's able to get his hands on this one and pick it off. Texans midway through the second. Texans trailing by 4. Number 17 would put this pass right where it needed to be. They take their first lead of the game and are now up by 3. The Packers come right back. Number 18 was definitely a key as he was able to work his way open for a big one here. A 73-yard play that set up a Packer touchdown. Packers ahead 14-10. Number 17 would drop back and deliver a strike on this one. And that's where we'll leave this one. Packers are holding on to a lead 14-10.
Number 12 throws the pass and it's complete. Number 12 really puts some arms behind this one. And number 87 pulls the lob down and is at the 20.
You can take a shot in that situation, and it's really not going to hurt you. That's a good call.
That'll bring up second down. Miller gets the call again and heads up. Miller gets the call on first down. Number 17 zips it to the left sideline, and it's complete at the 44. Number 10 bobbles and drops it. 45 goes in motion. Miller barges off right guard and heads wide right. The 10. The defensive design worked flawlessly, and the refs will spot the ball well behind the original. Miller gets the call on third down and can't convert the third down. That will bring up 4th and goal. 4th down, and the Coach Capers is not happy with that call.
Well, let's take a look and see if he actually gets the ball across the plane. Remember, all you need to do is have the tip of the ball cross it.
After review, the play stands. The player did not cross the plane. Houston will be charged a timeout. 4th down.
That will cost them a timeout, and you have to believe that he is not. Number 8 from 17 yards.
On the ground. That is impressive.
Number 12 airs this one to the
Got
left sideline.
yards and 1 touchdown.
Number 89 goes in motion. Number 30. Number 12 throws a bullet here, and it's intercepted. The ball's loose. Tackle. Number 17 on second down. So they try for the first, but it's played well by the defense. That will bring up 3rd down.
Nice pressure that time.
Miller catches it over the middle and tries to get free.
Well, look at these stats. That's a ton of yards there.
Number 17 catches it left sideline and is out. 5-yard touchdown. Number 17 unrolls the seat to the left and reception. Miller takes his 16th carry of the game. That'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd down, 2 wideouts on the field. Number 5, whatever this is a big receiver can have on a football game. Number 30 has his number called on 2nd
In
down.
slow motion. No hurry to start the play. Use up as much time as possible.
19. For my partner, Peter O'Keefe, this is Dan Stevens saying goodbye until next time.
Okay, Dan, thank you very much. And let's welcome all of you back to the studio. I'm Chris Berman here to bring you our ESPN Video Games post-game wrap-up. The Packers stepped it up for sure, putting up some good numbers. We'll pick up the action midway through the third quarter. Jackson shows some great awareness here as he gets himself into position to pick this one off. The Texans, after getting an interception, the Texans with possession at the 38. Miller bounces this one to the outside, and is going to get some room to maneuver out there. That set up a 17-yard chip shot of a field goal. Packers winning by 1. Vince Wilfork would turn things around. Big shift in momentum here as he pounced on a fumble. The defense recovered. The Texans in control after a fumble recovery. Miller came up with a huge play here as they cover a lot of real estate on this one. A 68-yard touchdown for the Texans. Texans winning 19-14. Number 17 ran a terrific route here and was able to pull this one in. A 35-yard play that set up a Packer touchdown. The Packers now have their first lead of the half and go up by 2. Number 17 would drop back and deliver a strike on this one. Packers leading by 2. Number 12 connected with his man on this one. And that's where we'll leave this one. Packers squeaked out a win, 21-19. Now let's check in with our player of the game. A guy who made one big-time catch after another to help seal the win for his team. Number 18 is down on the field with Susie Calder. Suze?
Thank you, Chris. You really showed up today. You may have the ingredient your team needed to pull out a win here. What put you guys over the top?
First off, I'd like to give it up to the fans. They were big for us at this game today. Man, we just fed off their energy, and they fed off ours. I'd like to give it up to all the fans out there.
Back to you, Chris.
Thanks for watching the NFL on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. I'm Chris Berman. We'll see you next time.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Chris Berman. Let's get straight to the action. In our first game this week, we had the Jets come away with a 7-point win. The Cardinals won this contest, but will stay at the third place in the NFC West. Number 21 had yet another productive game, keeping his streak alive, but in the end, it wasn't enough to get the win. Number 89 pulled down 100-plus receiving yards and helped his Raiders beat the Bills. Down in the fun and sun of Jacksonville, we had the Jaguars lose by 6 points. Up in Chicago, we had the Bears get sent home with a 14-point loss. Texans, Packers, 14 points. Number 30 finds some running room on this one. Then it was off to the races. The Packers win this one by the final score of 21-19. The Rams had over 100 return yards in their victory at Gillette Stadium. The Cowboys lost on the road and will have to travel again next week to meet the Giants. The Panthers won this contest but will stay at the first place in the NFC South. The Eagles drop yet another game and are really struggling on and off the field. Number 11 pulled down 100-plus receiving yards and helped his Steelers beat the Giants. We had a big injury in this one, and Trey has the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris, thanks. In front of you, we've got the AFC Infirmary Report. And as you can see, they were hit hard this week. This guy won't see action for a while, so this offense is going to have to make do without him. It's a broken arm, and the doctors are saying he'll be out for the rest of the season. In front of you, we've got the NFC list. And as you can see, they could form their own MASH unit. This guy sticks out on this list as one of the more costly injuries. X-rays revealing that a broken foot is the report. He'll be out for the rest of the regular season. There's a chance, however, they'll get him back for the playoffs. Now we'll move on to our top story of the day. This guy is going to find himself in street clothes for the time being, and that'll be a major blow to this club. So that'll do it for now. Chris, let's send it back to you.
Buccaneers, Chargers. Gordon is backed up in his own territory, tries to bounce outside. He'll have the first down, shakes another tackle, goes down the sidelines. Wait a minute. Yes, the ref said his feet were in. He could go all the way, 73 yards. The Chargers go on to win this by the final score of 17-3. Deep in Cajun country in New Orleans, we had the Saints get nipped by 3 points. And in our final game, we had the Ravens come away victorious.
All right, Chris, thanks. With the playoffs a little more than a month away, things are starting to get real interesting when it comes to seeding and the races for the division crowns. Let's start things off by taking a look at the AFC. Meanwhile, let's take a look at how things stand over in the NFC. So that's how things shape up. Still plenty of intriguing matchups upcoming as we get closer and closer to January. So that'll do it from here. Boomer, we send it back over to you.
So that'll just about do it. But before we go, I'm going to toss out a few game balls to my prime-time players. Each and every one of these men had a week to remember. That'll do it, sports fans. I'm Chris Berman, and thanks so much for joining us here in the Bristol studios. We'll see you next week right here on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.